This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Southeastern Conference football coaches voting on their preseason all-conference team this afternoon. 3 Kentucky Wildcats making the cut, with sophomore Austin McGinnis earning the highest honor of the 3, being named to the second team as a place kicker. McGinnis was named first team All-SEC last season by the Associated Press and by league coaches. Safety A.J. Stamps is one of 3 defensive backs on the third team. Stamps led the Cats last season with 4 interceptions, and tackle Jordan Swindle is one of 5 offensive linemen on the third team. Swindle has been named to the SEC Academic Honor Roll in each of the last 2 seasons. To the high school circuit, time now to announce our team of the week from week 0. How about game number 1 for the Knott Central Patriots under new head coach John Chapman? Quarterback Cameron Jones connected with receiver Dalton Cornett with 1 minute remaining in the game to lift the Patriots to a 33-28 come-from-behind win over East Ridge. Jones finished with 219 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, all to Cornett, who finished the night with 5 total receptions for 150 yards. Now tomorrow on Mountain News at 6, we will name our player of the week. Here are a few of the candidates from week 0. Trayton Humphley of Bell County, 130 yards and 4 touchdowns. Brody Johnson of East Ridge, 231 yards and a score. Miles Hurst of Jackson County, a school record 335 rushing yards to go along with 3 touchdowns. Letcher Central's Jalen Williams, 464 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns for the Cougars. Derek Pugh of Pikeville, 23 carries for 303 yards and 4 scores. And Jordan Doan out in Somerset, 159 yards on just 9 carries and 5 touchdowns. To see a complete list of Player of the Week candidates, just log on to the sports page at WYMT.com. 2 of 4 WYMT Appalachian Wireless games of the week this week will be at Belfry Friday night. The Pirates not playing in the first week of the season, so this will be the defending Class 3A champs' first game in 2015. And it's against Tates Creek, a 6A school out of Lexington. The Commodores lost to Scott County last week, but Belfry head coach Philip Haywood sees a team that's a tough first opponent.
Well, they're more pass-oriented. They'll run. They run some zone typical stuff that people are doing today. And they've got a nice quarterback who throws the ball very well. They've got some couple nice tailbacks, but they've got some very good receivers, big guys that can really go, some quick guys that are fast. They spread you all over the field, give you all these formations, and try to get their athletes in space. And that's tough because they've certainly got the athletes.
Shelby Valley enters the Pike County Bowl a little banged up. The Wildcats traveled to Franklin County Saturday and left with injuries to 2 key players in Chandler Rowe and Trevor Wright. Regardless of injuries, though, head coach Eric Ratliff says playing in the Pike County Bowl is something that his players take pride in, and they expect to compete.
You know, it's great. We get to pay some bills with the money we get from it. We'll always enjoy playing the Pike County Bowl. It's a great experience for our kids, great atmosphere, and also with YMT covering it, our kids get on TV and they like that. So it's just exposure for our athletes, and it's been a great, just a great process that we go through here.
Just a reminder, we will have 4 Appalachian Wireless games of the week this week, as we will be bringing you the 31st annual Community Trust Bank WYMT Pike County Bowl. Friday's games are played at Belfry High School at 6:05. East Ridge and Phelps will go at it, and at 8:35, the host Pirates, ranked number 3 in the top 10, will play the Tates Creek Commodores. On Saturday at Pikeville High School, Pike County Central and number 9 Shelby Valley kick off at 6:05, with Pikeville and Letcher County Central getting together at 8:35. All 4 games can be seen live on this TV and WYMT.com. The youngsters from Bowling Green trying to stay alive at the Little League World Series today, facing elimination. Kentucky taking on California. Kentucky already down 3-0 in the second. Levi Mendez adds to the lead, a 2-run home run to left field, giving Cali a 5-0 advantage. Eli Burwash may have had a rough start, but in the 3rd and 4th innings, he strikes out 6 consecutive batters. Kentucky, though, still trailing 5-0. Kentucky kids now down 7-2 in the 5th. Carson Kelly trying to bring his team back, hits a solo home run way out to left field. 7-3 now the score. How about some Gold Glove defense from the right fielder Devin O'Bean. Going back and right, makes the catch before slamming into the wall. Take one more look at it, he would be okay. But California eliminates Kentucky and advances 11-3, the final from Williamsport. In the major leagues, the LA Dodgers visiting the Cincinnati Reds. Top of the first, we pick it up. Dodgers already applying the pressure. Yasiel Puig belts an RBI double down the left field line. Jimmy Rollins scores, and it's 1-0 LA. Skip to the third now, still 1-0, but Justin Turner makes it 3-0. A two-run home run off starter John Lamb, and the Dodgers increase their lead. Jason Bourgeois trying to get the Reds on the board in the fifth, but check out the catch by Puig running in the gap in right center field to keep the shutout intact. Los Angeles still in scoring mode in the sixth. Rollins, the leadoff man, hits one over the wall and right for a two-run shot, increasing the lead to 5, and the Dodgers go on to beat the Reds at Great American Ballpark. The final score 5-1.